In today's video, we are going to read the poem, a photograph by Shirley Toulson. And in this poem, the poet talks about the past of the poet's mother. Okay, and here let's read the first stanza, second stanza, third stanza. Okay, and in this poem, the poet talks about the past memory of her mother's, holidaying or visit to a sea during her holiday with her cousins. Okay, the cardboard shows me how it was when the two girls cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years, also all three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with a camera, a sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, was their terribly transient fit. Now I want to tell you what happened in the first stanza. The poet talks about the holiday, okay, that her mother spent with her two cousins, means cousin sisters or cousins of her mother. Okay, it means there were three girls. Her mother was senior to those two girls, and their names are Betty and Dolly. Okay, and they were holding her mother's hand as she was elder to them, naturally, and they were paddling. Paddling is walking with bare feet in the wading in the sea water. Okay, shallow water. And this was one of the finest time of their life, when while walking their uncle was taking photograph of mother and the two other cousins. Okay, and they were smiling. The uncle told them to smile into the camera. Okay, and when they were getting themselves photographed, they had their hair fallen all over their faces. It means, it shows how carefree they were when they were young. Okay, and the seawater was washing their terribly transient fit. It means, when the poet talks about the short life, duration of our short life, the transient feet stands for the short transience of time, or it means short span of our life. Okay, and now some 20-30 years later, it means some either 20 or 30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See, Betty and Dolly, she would say. It means my mother would say that, see, Betty and Dolly, who actually went with me, to the sea during holiday. And look how they dressed us for the beach. It means in those days, parents used to dress their children for their holidays to those particular places. Okay, for those who used to go to the either sea or mountains or anywhere, if they would gone on a trip to a place, their parents would dress them. That's how they say, see how they dress them. Okay, for wherever they went, they used to get dressed. After that, she said, dressed us for our parents dressed us for the beach. I understood, when they went to the beach, they dressed us. Their parents dressed them. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. It means, the poet says, sea holiday was her past. The holiday, understood, that she spent near the sea or at the sea, was her past, but mine was her laughter. It means the smile on her face in the photograph is my source of happiness. Understood? Both write with a levered loss of ease. It means, actually, though it is very difficult to forget the good old past for both of them, but they thought, through the use of oxymoron, or all the poet wanted to say is, it was, though it was quite a loss to bear. It means the loss was not very easy to bear for both of them, for both the mother and mother to the mother. Her holiday with her cousins was very difficult to forget. It was the finest time of their life, and for her, the laughter on her face means the face on her mother's smile is quite impossible for her to forget. But these are actually the things that give them happiness, but it is a painful memory, and this was a great loss for her, as her mother is no more in her life. Naturally, she feels the absence of her mother, and it's quite impossible for a girl to bear with the loss of the nearest and dearest one of her life, that is her mother. Now she has been nearly dead as many years as that girl lived. It means, now it is many years as that girl lived. It means the girl, when she actually went for a holiday near the sea with her cousin, was 12 years old. It means when the poet says she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. It means after 12 years of her death, the girl, means the poet, is thinking of how they spent their holiday, and she remembered the time that she spent during her holiday, and and thinking of how they enjoyed, and this photograph actually inspired her to paint this poem. Understood? And now she is feeling sad. She feels sad as she sees the photograph of her mother, which her mother used to also discuss, which her mother also talked about at length, about how she spent her time with her cousins in the sea while holidaying there. And now, that big girl, I have told you already, after 12 years of her death, now the girl feels sad due to the fact that she misses her mother. And of these circumstances, there is nothing to say at all. It means she has become silent. It means now she is speechless. It saddens her, because for a girl, for anybody, for a son or daughter, mother is a world. Understood? Actually, mother is everything. If there is no mother, if someone has lost his mother, how painful it is to lose the mother of to lose someone's mother. It's silences. It means, the poem says finally that it's silence. It means the silence, the void left by the absence, understood, by the death of her mother, actually made her life come to a standstill. Understood? And the silence is very impossible to bear with. She actually feels lost and lonely, and this loneliness has whitened her. And this is also used as personification. Silence here, silences means the vacuum, the absence, the loss of her mother has whitened her permanently. With this, I come to the end of this poem, and I'm sure that I have explained the poem very nicely. I hope you have benefited from my class. If you have liked it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.